ability of this team to not only win in different ways, but have different people step up to get you to that point?
I mean, it's incredibly helpful to have, you know, like Jimmy had, what, 13 points in the last period, I think. You know, the versatility that we have, especially with that starting group, and I thought TJ came in was outstanding tonight, is that's what you need to win in the league. Yeah, that's what you need. And so now, to me, the bench actually helped us out enough without Wilson being available. The variety that we scored at the end was helpful.
What has been the difference for Ben lately? Because after some early struggles, he seems like he's really just taken off on both ends of the field.
I don't know. What I do know is this, is there were a few things that happened tonight that were sort of not being overly dramatic, defining moments in small ways, if you will. The back tip and coming up with the steal and transition, like, you know, the game's kind of in the balance, but he stalked that down, and his breakaway speed we see on offense, but you saw it on defense. You know, it's a typical like college drill you do. You just stalk him down, and he tipped it and came up with the play. His defensive mindfulness, his commitment to playing defense for way more possessions in a game than we've seen lately. His willingness to slide over to the 4 and let TJ, you know, have the ball and make passes out of the elbow and do stuff. Like, all those things stood out, and I agree with you, Kyle. I think that he's moving in a really clear, positive direction. To me, I feel it, and I see it as well, but I feel it. And he was our bell ringer tonight.
Coach, Furkan seems to just kind of be improved game by game. What have you seen from him that's of these past couple of games?
I mean, I think that he's, you know, initially when he came over, he was a liability defensively. And he had some balance, he had some swag, he can make the shot from time to time. And I just think that he's getting more comfortable with our defensive rules. You know, we're drilling a lot on things that we call like kick leg and radar hand, and just trying to be stronger as you move your feet, and can you level somebody off and not get beat on the first dribble where you sort of swing step and just open up a gate. That's, you know, coach speak, but it's all true, and he's improving in that area, guarding his man. And then he's long at the end if he's able to do that. And, you know, when he can make a shot and do that stuff defensively, then he holds his own on the floor.
Brett, let's take us through that play coming out of the timeout there, the JJ scored to do.
I mean, I try to take 4 players and we move them around from time to time, but the objective is simply, it sounds like that's the only goal, and yes it is just to get it in. Like, if you can just get it in that environment, that's a good thing, and you expect them to trap you and probably not hack you and stop the clock. Most teams in that environment will have one aggressive trap, make you throw it out and try to steal behind it, then foul. And it just, JJ, you know, went into the spot that we have him going into. Ben made a hell of a pass. I was surprised he was going to be as open as he was. But there's a lot going on in that environment, with the objective being to get it in. I'd be lying to say like that's the thing we thought was going to be there. That is not true. But the space and the speed create our ability to get it in.
Brett, Ben and Joel seem like they've been drawing a lot of fouls on early post-ups where it's either like a semi-transition or just early in the shot clock. Has that been a point of emphasis, like telling them get down the floor, or is that just those guys?
I wouldn't say like we've tilted it to where it has to be a point. We've talked about it, we've shown on film, we've rewarded it, we've reminded them that we play out of an open post. And there's always that available if it's a slow half-court game or surely an early offense. And I think that when people get rewarded, you're more apt to go do it more and more and more without a coach telling you that. And it's one of those environments, you know, that's open in the structure offensively that we play.
Coach, you've been very good at home, going back to last year into this year as well, but this last stretch of games here, this homestand, what's been the most impressive thing about this team?
The growth defensively, that we're coming together defensively. You know, we found some good looks at the end. I was thinking somebody asked a question in the pregame about calling plays, and we didn't. Like, our best movement produced offense for us. You know, JJ got some backdoor plays throughout the game, but a big one during the game, and stuff that TJ, you know, just cut down the basket line, would hit an elbow and get a, you know, gut cut, we call it a layup. And I think that the movement is growing. I can feel that. But I especially feel a team ownership of our defense. And that's what interests me the most by a mile in the first third of the season.